Germany and the Netherlands have introduced partial arms restrictions on Israel. Do you think this cautious step is the beginning, maybe, of a wider arms embargo movement in Europe? And do you think it's a result of the wide pro-Palestine protests, maybe?
Maybe, but here we should be aware of the real significance.
Mm-hmm.
Why am I saying so? And I hate to sound cynical, but why not? Because I'm a cold realist, so I try to see things without any, romantic feeling, etc., very coldly. And to be honest with you, Israel, they produce themselves in their own factory in Israel roughly one third of the weapons they use, right? It's a
Okay.
lot.
Yes.
And then add to that 55 or 60% of the weapons and ammunitions they use are made in America, in the United States, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So what is the percentage of weapons and ammunitions
Very small.
Israelis import from Germany and Holland? It's not 0%.
But it's minimal.
Total, they import from Europe, 8, 9%. That's today. In the old days, when Israel was founded, and in the Middle East, they have that old perception.
Yep.
When Israel was founded, and for the first 20 years of its existence, most of the weapons they use to conquer the land and kill the Palestinians, these weapons were made in France, Germany, England, Czechoslovakia.
Okay.
It's a different kind of country today. So it's made in America, made in Israel. So if the Germans and the Czechs, whatever, and the Slovaks decide a full embargo, anyway, we are very far in England and Germany, we are very far from a full embargo. It's the start of a partial embargo. But let's suppose they wake up tomorrow morning, they say, oh, the massacre has gone too far, full embargo on all military equipment and ammunitions to
You
Israel.
don't think they'll be stopping completely? It won't just be partial? Is there any hope?
Yeah, first, it will be partial. And second, even if there is a miracle, if tomorrow morning they stop completely, to be honest with you, Israel couldn't care less because, like I said, most of their weapons
Is
do
in the
not
US
come
or
from Europe.
themselves?
So
Yeah,
the
the
only big
Israelis.
contract they have now is a European country.
Yeah.
I think it's from Germany, and it's for the supply, I think, of submarines and ships, right?
Yeah.
But they're not really using submarines and ships daily to bombard Khan Yunis,
So
Gaza.
you in your opinion, you don't think it's a major pressure,
It's
basically?
symbolic. I think it's symbolic.
Yeah.
It sends a small, limited symbolic
Yes.
message. I don't really believe in the notion of collective West either. But it's, of course, even if we say, okay, we don't believe in the notion of collective West or global South or whatever, even if, for a moment, we look at things very coldly, there are countries, once again, like Britain, like Germany,
Yeah.
Holland, with very strong, very solid ties with Israel, and in some
Yes.
cases, for some politicians, with the Israeli right and far right. Even them are starting to ask questions. Now, you may say, asking questions is not much, but it's the beginning of a shift.